Hi friends, my name's Sophie and today we're doing a full length, so a 60-minute Vinyasa flow. It's a full body flow. We'll be challenging our strength and mobility and flexibility, but we're going to be focusing mostly more on side bending and inner thigh opening. So we'll be leading up to a pretty strong and fun pose. All right, so we're going to get started in a seated position. By the way, if you have two blocks, you can have them handy. They might be helpful. I'm going to show you everything without, just in case you don't have props. So you come to a seated position. Maybe your legs are crossed. Maybe your knees are underneath of you in Virasana. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And let it all go out of the mouth. Allow yourself to arrive mentally and physically on your mat. Inhale, fill. Exhale, let it go. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Close the lips if you can and breathe in and out of the nose. Start to activate your Ujjayi breath. Find more length of the spine. Soften the tops of the shoulders. Just experience the sweet nectar of breath moving in and out of you. And ask yourself this question: what do I need today? What do I need from this class? You might find that the answer is always something pretty simple, whether it's to slow down, to focus, to tune in, to get grounded. Simplicity is always the answer. Continue with your Ujjayi breaths. In and out of the nose, slight restriction on the back of the throat on the exhale. And begin to blink the eyes open. And take your right hand over to the right. Take your left arm up and take a nice side bend as you crawl your right fingertips over. Root down through your left hip bone, sitting bone. Rotate your chest upwards. We're getting a big side body stretch right off the bat here. And then we'll switch sides. We'll bring the left hand down and the right arm up and over. Expansive. Root down through your right sitting bone for one more breath. And bring both arms up to the sky this time. Then take your arms wide. And then bring your hands together as you round and curl your spine. Chin into your chest. And as you inhale, open up. You can turn your hands around as if you're trying to touch your fingertips behind you. And then exhale, round, curl. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Now stay here and interlace your hands. On inhale, come upright, flip the palms up, keeping your hands together, interlaced together. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, round. Inhale, rise. Now keep your hands interlaced, take a side bend to the right. So it won't be as far over to the right, but you're pressing your palms up to the sky. Notice the quality of this kind of side bend. Come back up to center, inhale. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, come back up to center and release your arms down by your sides on your exhale. Now you're going to take your feet out wide, heels down, toes up. And if you have a block, feel free to sit on a block. It can be really nice here. Then take your left hand and grab onto your right shin. So you're crossing it over. Then take your right arm behind you into a half bind. And draw that right shoulder back so you're really opening to the right. And then you're pulling yourself towards your shin. And one way to do that is to push your right knee out to the side even more so that you're using the leverage of your hand grabbing onto your shin to pull that shoulder forward. So you should feel a stretch somewhat in the left shoulder blade. Breathe deeply. Keep opening through your right shoulder. Keep pushing your right knee away from you. And then slowly unwind, come to center, take your left arm around, bring your right hand around, grab onto the left shin, and then take your other arm behind you into a half bind. And then use your left knee to push the knee out to the side, creating that traction and that stretch up into the back of the right shoulder. Big breaths as you plug your left shoulder back so your chest is open to the left. Keep pushing the knee out. Take one more breath. And come back to center. And then slide your feet out wider so the knees go a little straighter, but still have a slight bend of the knees. Feet flexed. Then walk your hands forward as much as you can. Relax your head down. Slight bend of the knees. Keep lengthening through the lower back. If it feels okay to start to straighten the legs, you can, but we are just in the beginning of practice, so please be kind to your body and aware of your body. Okay, and then walk your hands back up and make your way into table. And then turn the hands around so the fingers face your knees. My favorite way to warm up the wrists. Tuck your toes. We warm up the toes too here. Shift forwards and backwards. Always good to warm up the wrists before a yoga practice, especially one where we're doing a lot of weight bearing on the forearms and the wrists. Turn your hands back around. Now walk your hands back a little closer to your knees. Keep your toes tucked. And come onto the backs of the hands with your fingers facing each other. And then start to just wiggle your fingers and maybe open and close your fists a few times. You won't get a fully closed fist. You'll just be curling your fingers in and opening. Good. And then come back into table. And we're going to do side to side, it's like kind of side bends here, almost like cat-cows, but to the side. So bring your right hip towards your right shoulder. And then bring left hip to left shoulder. Just from neutral. We'll do one more each side. Right hip to right shoulder. Side bend. Left hip to left shoulder. And then come back to neutral. And then round your spine for cat. And do the same thing. Right hip to right shoulder. Just one on each side here. Left hip to left shoulder. And then come back to cat. Stay in cat. Bring your feet together. Come back into child's. From child's pose, come back up into cat pose, round. And then cow, arch your back. Knees, chest, chin to the earth. Elbows in. Slide through to cobra. As high or low as it feels good for you. And back to cat and then child's pose. So round and bring it back. Let's go again. Come back up to cat pose. Arch your back for cow. Open the chest. Knees, chest, chin. Slide through to cobra. Cat pose from table. Child's pose. Deep breath in and breath out. One more time, rise up around your spine for cat. Arch your back for cow. Knees, chest, chin. Slide to cobra. Back to cat, round. And then child's. All right, back up to table. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. So find some movement, pedal it out. Notice if you've lost the pattern or control of the breath and reconnect with it. Good. Find stillness in down dog. And walk your feet slowly up to your hands. Let's take like 8 steps to get there. Once you get all the way to the front of the mat, take your feet wide, ragdoll. Grab onto your elbows, rock side to side, bounce, shake, whatever you need to do. Release your hands down to the ground. Bring your feet back to hip distance. Lift up halfway, flat back. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Arms down by your sides. Stand tall. And reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your right foot back into low lunge. Set your knee down on the ground. Reach your arms up. And grab onto your right wrist. Take a side bend to the left. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Lift your back knee. Step to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand, reach the arms up, vashistasana. Exhale, hands to heart. Arms down by your sides. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left foot steps back. Set your knee down, reach your arms up, Anjaneyasana. Grab onto left wrist, take a side bend to the right. Squeeze the hips together as you take a deeper side bend. Come back to center, inhale. Exhale, hands down. Lift your back knee. Step forward, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Arms by your sides. Again, reach those arms up. This time, cactus back bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Hold plank. Firm your thighs. Hug your outer ribs in towards the center. Open your collarbones. And then lower onto your forearms really slow, as if there's something on your back you don't want it to fall off. Take your left hand, bring it to right elbow, and take a side plank on your forearm facing the right side. So your left forearm is parallel to the front of the mat. Take your right arm over your ear. Lower your hip down and then lift it back up. Let's do that 3 more times. Down and up. Down, up. Once more. Down, up. Reach the right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, forearms. Let's switch sides. Right forearm parallel to front of the mat. Left arm reaches up. Lower your hip down. Take your left arm over your ear first. Hip down and lift it up. Hip down and up. Lower, lift. One more time. Lower, lift. Take your left arm straight up. Bring both forearms down for a forearm plank. And then take your hips down for Sphinx. Untuck your toes, open your heart. Option for seal, turn your hands out a little bit. Lift your elbows. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way to the earth. Plant your hands, tuck your toes, lift your thighs, press up to plank. One straight line. Inhale, chaturanga, exhale. Back up to plank, in. Exhale, chaturanga, plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Set your knees down on the ground and step your right foot outside of your right hand for lizard. Untuck your back toes. Come up onto your fingertips and open your heart. Inhale. On exhale, straighten your right leg. Those are wide angle half splits. Let's keep moving back and forth. Inhale, lizard lunge. Exhale, shift it back. Where's your breath? Inhale forward. Exhale back. Once more, inhale forward. Exhale back. Stay here. And then plant down through your left hand. Reach your right arm up. And now put your right hand back down to the ground. Come up onto your fingertips again. You're going to lift your right heel to the best of your ability. Hold, hold, hold. Slowly bring it back behind you so you're in a modified side plank. Reach your right arm up again. You might plant your left hand down. Good. Now put your right foot down to the ground. So really this is a modified side plank. And reach your right arm over your ear. Then reach the right arm up, inhale. On exhale, weave it through to the left, curling down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, arm over your head towards the front of the mat. Inhale, reach the arm up. Exhale, weave it through under the left. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, over your ear. And back up to the sky. And put both hands down to the ground. Come into a one-legged table, so your right leg straight back behind you. Inhale. Exhale, knee to right upper arm. Inhale, back to one-legged table. Right leg goes straight back. Exhale, knee to left upper arm. Inhale, bring it back. And then put your knee back down onto the ground and step your left foot outside of your left hand. So other side, we come up onto the fingertips. We take a moment to arrive. Chest is lifted, heart is open. Inhale. Exhale, shift it back into half splits, wide angle half splits. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. Good. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Let's stay here. So flex a foot. Just notice how this side feels. Plant your right hand down. Reach your left arm up, twist to the left. As your left hip anchors back, you get more sensation in the outer left leg and the back of the left leg. Can you reach your left hand a little higher, rotating a little more? Inhale. Exhale, put your hands down onto the ground. And then rise up onto your fingertips. I'm going to turn since I don't have much room on the other side. Okay, so lift your left leg up, hold, 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 hold. Slowly swing it behind you as slow as you can with control. Plant your right hand down. Reach your left arm up. So this is actually like a modified half moon. Set your foot down on the ground. Reach your left arm over your ear. That should feel good as you press down into the left foot. You get a nice stretch through the left side body. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, weave it through kind of under your right arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, over your ear. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, weave it through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, over your ear. Inhale, straight up to the sky. Exhale, come into a one-legged table, so left hand down, and your left leg lifts up. Good. Inhale. On exhale, knee goes to left upper arm as high as you can. Inhale, take it straight back. Exhale, knee to right upper arm. Inhale, take it straight back. And then put your knee down. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. Breath in and breath out. Bring your feet together. Lift your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee. Open your hip. Straighten the right leg out. Square your hips. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot outside of your right hand. Move your left foot over to the left. And we're coming into a wide, kind of a wide side angle, Katona style. So put your right hand inside of your right foot, flat down, and put your left hand on the left hip. Bend deep into your right knee and press into the outer edge of your left foot. Now reach your left arm up and over your ear. Wrap your right sitting bone or buttocks flesh underneath of you towards the left side of the mat. One more breath. Now come to the back of the mat for Skandasana. So bend your left knee, right toes point up to the sky, and bring your hands to your heart. And if you want, take your left arm down, your right arm up. Inhale, face the back of the mat on your exhale, low lunge. So if you're facing away from the camera, just listen to, see if you can just follow the verbal instructions. I'll be very clear. You won't have to even look at the screen. Put the knee down onto the ground, your back knee. So you're in low lunge. And reach your arms up to the sky for Anjaneyasana. Inhale, exhale, hands down to the ground. Lift your back knee, standing splits, so lift your right leg up. Try to square off your hips, see how that feels. And your foot is somewhere between a flex and a point, so what we call floint, right in between the two. Now lift up halfway, you're on your fingertips. And bring your right foot down next to your left, but keep your right foot floating a centimeter off the ground. Now can you bring your right leg out to the right, keeping it straight? Just lift it as high up as you can out to the right without leaning too far to the left. Lift, lift, lift. Bring it back down next to the left foot, but hovering still. Cross it behind the left foot over to the left side. So your legs are just kind of in a crisscross position, and your right foot is like off of the mat, all the way over, almost like you're trying to get into a lunge position, but both legs are straight, and you're feeling a big stretch into the outer left leg. If you need more stretch, fold deeper. And then we're going to bring the feet together, front of the mat, or it's the new front of the mat, but really it's the back of the mat. Lift and lengthen the spine and fold. Chair pose, bend your knees, sweep your arms up to the sky. Take your right arm back, left arm forward, hold. Lift your left heel, and then lift the whole left foot and step the foot back so you're in a lunge, open arm lunge twist, facing the right side. Right leg forward, left leg back. Open arm twist to the right. High lunge, so you're facing the back of the mat, arms up. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Put your right forearm on your right thigh and reach your left arm over your ear for now more of like a high side angle. Reach your right arm forward, extended side angle. Both arms are reaching forward. Chest rotates up. For 3, 2, reverse warrior on 1. Inhale. On exhale, come back to warrior 2. Straighten your right leg. Place your hands on your hips. Turn your right toes in so you're facing the left, well, you're facing the opposite side of your mat now. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. So I know when we do these kinds of sequences, it can get a little confusing, but just try to follow along. Turn and look at the screen if you need to at any point, but you should be able to follow the verbal cues if you're really paying attention. Place your hands under your shoulders, lift up halfway, and then bend your left knee into side lunge. So this time it's a high side lunge instead of skandasana. The skandasana is when you get real low and you lift your opposite foot, toes up off the ground. Both bottoms of your feet are on the ground. Your hands are at your heart. Maybe you float your arms wide for airplane. Good. Bring your hands back to your heart. Hands down to the ground. Turn and face the front of the mat for low lunge. Step back into one-legged plank. We're going to take side plank facing the left side of the mat. So you can keep your left leg lifted if you want, or you can put your feet together. Your left arm goes straight up to the sky. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we'll come back into regular plank. Chaturanga if you'd like. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your left leg up. Bend your knee, open your hip. Straighten your left leg back out. Inhale. Step your foot outside of your left hand. Put your right heel on the ground and move your right foot to the right. Place your left palm down. Right hand on right hip for side angle. And then right arm to the sky. Bend deep into your left knee and reach your right arm over your ear. Feel the spaciousness through your lungs, through your chest, and side body. One more full breath. Put your hands down and walk them to the back of the mat for Skandasana. Bend your right knee, left toes point up, hands to your heart, or maybe split your arms. Right arm down and diagonal, left arm up and diagonal. Inhale. Exhale, turn and face the back of the mat. Low lunge. Okay, just notice where your mind is at right now. Is there any gripping or holding or tension? Let it go. We're just moving. And put your knee down to the ground. Reach your arms up. Anjaneyasana, facing the back of the mat with your right leg forward. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Lift your back knee, standing splits. Left leg goes up. Try to square your hips. Inhale. On exhale, left foot comes down next to the right foot, but it's floating. Floating. Lift up halfway if you can, and take your left leg out to the left as far as you can, up to the sky. Strong through your right hip. Spine is long. And then let the foot come down next to the right foot, but floating. Hold. And set the foot across behind your right foot. The left foot comes down to the ground off of the mat. So you have a crisscross position with the legs. You're spreading the toes on your right foot and lifting through the inner arch of the right foot. Just make little micro adjustments and play around to see what your body needs. Let's lift the left leg back up for standing splits and then bring the feet together. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, sweep the arms up to the sky. And then take the left arm back behind you for an open arm twist. Lift your right heel. Lift the whole right foot. Step your leg all the way back into a lunge twist. Your spine is upright. You're in a nice long lunge. High lunge, so you're facing the back of the mat, left leg forward. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Left forearm on left thigh. Right arm over your ear. And then reach your left arm forward also. Extended side angle. Like you're holding a giant beach ball between your arms. For 3, 2, 1. Reverse warrior. Keep the bend in the front knee. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten your left leg. Hands on your hips. Turn your left toes in. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Hands to the ground. Just a couple breaths here. Lift up halfway. Bend your right knee into side lunge. Hands to heart. Optional, arms out wide. Building strength through the legs in the inner left thigh. Bring your hands back to your heart. Turn and face the front of the mat, low lunge. Step back into a one-legged plank, and then side plank facing the right side. Maybe your right leg stays lifted. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We come into plank. Optional chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Set your knees down. Pause for a moment, sitting on your heels if it feels good, or if you want to stay in down dog. Just FYI, we're going to do a similar sequence. We'll be moving around the mat like that. So if you want to move your computer or screen so that it's easier for you to see me the whole time, then feel free to do that. If you were fine, then keep it how it was and we'll keep going. So we'll return back to down dog. Bring your feet together. Lift your right leg up. Inhale. On exhale, step your foot outside of your right hand. Left foot goes to the left. Again, Katona side angle. So right palm plants down. Left arm goes up and over your ear. We're just doing this for a breath because we've already done it. Back of the mat, Skandasana. So everything we've already done, we'll probably just do for a breath. Open your arms. Inhale. Exhale, hands back to your heart. Turn and face the back of the mat. Low lunge. Set your back knee down on the ground. We're going to add on here. Option to keep your right fingertips down. Bend your right knee and grab onto the foot with your left hand. Rotate open to the left. Turning. Inhale. Exhale, release the foot. Hands down, standing splits. Lift that leg up. Now bring your right foot next to your left, but just floating. Take your right leg out to the right as much as you can. Use your glute strength. And then bring your leg down and behind your left leg. Cross it over. Good, back to standing splits. Inhale. Exhale, feet together. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, sweep the arms up. Bring your hands to your heart this time and hook your left elbow to the right for a twist. Lift your left heel. Lift the whole left foot. Step back into a lunge twist. Take your time. The slower the better when we're doing tough balancing poses. We'll pause here and we'll breathe. Where's your Ujjayi breath? That sweet nectar of breath. Come to high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Side angle, right forearm on right thigh, left arm over your ear. Extend your right arm forward. Rise up to reverse warrior. Warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Here's where we add on triangle. Right hand down, left arm up. Look down at the ground. Come into half moon. So right arm goes out in front of you, left leg lifts. So we kind of did this in the beginning on our knee. If you like to take Chapasana variation, where you bend the knee and grab onto your foot, feel free. If you do have the foot, you're kicking it up and back. Make sure you have a micro bend in your right knee. And re-extend your left leg. As slow as you can, step back to warrior two. Extra slow. Good. Straighten your right leg, hands on your hips. Turn your right toes in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold briefly, hands to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend your left knee. Bring your hands to your heart, so you're in a side lunge. This time, interlace your hands behind your back, open your heart. An option to fold here, but you're still in a bent knee. Left knee is bent, side lunge. But you're folding from your hands interlaced. Keep the hands interlaced, lift up halfway. Slowly bring your hands to your heart. Turn and face the front of the mat, low lunge. Okay. Step back to one-legged plank, side plank. This time, option to bend your knee, take another variation, or bring your peace fingers to your big toe and lift your leg up. Ekapada vashistasana. All right, slowly release. Come into plank. Optional chaturanga again. Up dog. And down dog. Take a breath in. And breath out. One more in. Let it all go. All right, lift the left leg up. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot outside of your left hand. Side angle, left palm down, right arm up and over. Hands to the ground, back of the mat, Skandasana, right knee bends. Open your arms. Good, turn and face the back of the mat, low lunge. Set your knee down, keep your left fingertips down. Option to reach back and grab onto your foot, or at least try. Inhale, exhale, hands down, standing splits. Lift it up. Bring your foot down to hover. Take it out to the left, lift it high. Bring it back down and behind your right ankle, cross leg, fold. Back to standing splits, inhale, exhale, feet together. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair, sweep the arms up. Hands to heart, exhale. Twist to your left. Hook your right elbow to the left. Lift your right heel. Lift the whole right foot. And with control, step back into a lunge twist. Firm your back thigh. Stability is key here. High lunge. Arms up. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. And here we are again. Side angle. And then extend. Arms forward, just one breath. Rise up to reverse. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten your left leg. Triangle. Trikonasana. Make our way into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Look down. Lift it up. Option for Chapasana variation where you bend the knee and grab onto your foot. Extend the leg, lift the arm up, and slowly, slowly step back to warrior two. Straighten the leg, hands on hips. Turn your left toes in, so wide leg. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend your right knee into side lunge and bring your hands to your heart. So you can stay or keep your half lift, hands behind you, interlace your hands and fold. And then lift up halfway. Slowly bring the hands back to the heart. Turn and face the front of the mat. Step back to one-legged plank. Side plank. Maybe right leg stays lifted. Take a variation of your choice. Maybe hand to big toe. Wrap your peace fingers around your big toe and extend your leg up. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release into plank. Flow through your vinyasa. Meet me in down dog. Set your knees down, take child's pose. Feel your breath, feel your heart beating. Feel it all. And remember in the beginning how we asked ourselves, what do I need? So return to that moment, to that thought. What is it that you needed? And are you honoring that? All right, from child's pose, make your way back onto your hands and knees. And then back, stay on your hands and knees. We're gonna bring the left knee right in the center of your mat. Cross your right leg behind your left leg. Take your feet apart. And we're sitting all the way back into Gomukhasana. If you wanna come into that a different way, that's fine as well. So knees stacked on top of each other, feet out wide. Try to root down through your sitting bones. And then take your right arm up to the sky and bend your right elbow so the elbow points up. Take your left arm out, thumb faces down so your left arm is internally rotated. And then bring it behind you and clasp hands so that you are in a full Gomukhasana, cow face pose. If the hands don't clasp, that's totally fine. Make sure that you're not crunching your chin in. Can you free up the space of your head a little bit? If you want to go forward a little, you can. And rise back up. Unwind your arms. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder for a little neck stretch. And then left ear to left shoulder. And then head back to center. Now we're going to come into table. So roll over your knees. Come back onto the hands and knees. Uncross your legs. And then take your left leg behind your right. We'll go right to the other side. Sit back. Legs apart. Sit tall. Take your left arm up. Left elbow to the sky as the hand goes to the back. Right arm out. Internally rotate so thumb faces down, and then you bring your arm. To do that internal rotation first is honestly key to getting the most mobility, the maximum extension of your mobility to get into this arm pose, the arm variation. For me, this side feels a lot tighter. Notice the difference between the sides. Maybe you go forward a bit, maybe not. Is the breath flowing through you still? Good. Rise up. Release your arms slowly. And then tilt your left ear to your left shoulder. Relax your shoulders down. Bring your head back to center. Other ear, right ear to right shoulder. Back to center. From here, we'll unwind the legs and take the legs straight out in front of you and shake them out. Flex your feet, bend your knees, and reach forward and grab onto the outer edges of your feet. Lengthen, fold. Go deep into your fold. What do you need? Why are you here? Three more slow breaths. Slowly rise up. Make your way onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Notice how you feel. And place your feet down the ground. Set up for bridge. We'll do one back bend here. So you could do bridge, you can do wheel. You could start with bridge and then go into wheel. So I'll do that. We'll start with bridge, lift the hips, slide the shoulders underneath the back. So we'll be here for a little bit. Option to interlace your hands, press the pinkies into the ground. Press the upper arms into the ground to lift. Lift through your hips. You can stay. If you feel like a wheel today in your practice, hands by your ears, you can stay lifted in bridge. Put the hands to your ears and you can lift yourself right up from there. Whenever you're ready, whether you're in bridge or wheel, you can slowly start to make your way down. You can windshield wiper your legs. It always feels good for me to have arms overhead here, so you can grab onto your elbows or your wrists and windshield wiper. And the next time the knees are on the left, keep them there. The feet stay wide. Option to put your left foot on top of your right knee. Option to grab onto your right foot with your right hand and then take your left arm over your ear towards the right side of the mat, maybe even grabbing onto the outer edge of the mat. So it's just a variation. We have a side bend here and we're stretching through the front of the hips. Slowly unwind and unravel the pretzel shape that you're in. The knees come back up and the knees fall to the right, and then put your right foot on top of your left knee. Arms overhead. Option to grab onto your left heel or left foot with your left hand. And then right arm can go over to the left side for a side bend. So you kind of scoot to the left a little. Just listen to your body. Notice what sensations are coming up and how you need to adjust. And where can you soften? Then start to slowly unravel Arms by your sides, knees bent. Press your low back into the ground and then lift it up. So pelvic tilts. So backwards pelvic tilt. So you engage your core and press into the ground. And then forward pelvic tilt. Relax the core. Lift your lower back away from the earth. Keep going back and forth a few times like that. It's a nice, really soothing, simple movement. Good. And then bring your knees into your chest. And let's keep the right knee in the chest. Take the left leg long. We'll take a twist. If you want to grab onto the outer edge of the foot and twist like that, straighten the leg and take a supine twist, you can. Or just knee to chest and knee goes to the left. Right arm open to the right. Can you soften the muscles in the front of the neck? And soften the muscles right at the base of your skull. Right under your ears. Relax your shoulders. Slowly bring the knee back into the chest. Switch sides, left knee in, right leg long. And then option to grab on to the outer edge of the foot, straighten the leg. And you can take a twist here, or you can just bend your knee and take a twist. Really, don't be afraid to let your hips go all the way up and over. Your left hip rolls over your body. Smooth out the breath, take out any turbulence of the breath. We're going to bring the knee back into the chest. Both knees in. And Shavasana. Extend your legs long. Bring your arms down by your sides. Close your eyes. And take a big breath in through the nose. Out of the mouth, let it go. As you inhale, visualize breathing in stars, luminous light of star-like light, as if you're breathing in golden light to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, the light moves through your entire body down into the fingertips, into the toe tips. So you're breathing in light, however you want to visualize that, to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, that wave of light and energy pulses and moves through the entire body into every part, every nook and cranny. And keep that visualization for as long as it serves you. And then allow your mind to rest in open awareness as you bask in that luminous light, the sweet nectar of light. And I'll guide you back very soon. Begin to reawaken. Touch your thumb tip to each fingertip and back. Slowly start to curl in the fingers and toes. There's no rush, but when you're ready, you can bend your knees and roll to one side. And gently press your way up to a seat. Thank you so much for practicing with me in this full-length class. I hope you feel wonderful, and when you have a chance, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do so we can continue practicing together. All right, so let's bring the palms together at the heart, and let's bow in gratitude for this practice.